Hello and welcome to Arkansas Style. I am your host, Nichole Neiman. Thank you all for joining us today. It is a pleasure to have each and every one of you with us, including all of our wonderful guests in studio. We've got some exciting, important stuff to cover today, so let's get to it. The Arkansas National Guard will soon be opening their gates to the public to host their Be Your Best Day on September 16th. It's a day of fun activities, barbecue, competitions, and community celebrations. And later we'll get more of the details on what attendees can expect from Major Cibeles Ramirez Rodriguez. And for all of our chic healthcare workers, caregivers, or just those who love to comfort a good pair of scrubs, Chisley's Scrub Boutique will join us later with their line of stylish scrubs and medical accessories that you will look great while working hard. This week's bucket list continues our hunt for the best pizza in town, and today we head over to Ariana's Pizza in the River Market. We'll try all their best-selling pies, a piled high sub, and salads made with locally grown veggies. It is going to be delicious. But before we get to all of that, we are going to start things off on a more serious note today and talk about human trafficking. This is a topic that is hidden in the shadows and whispered under people's breath, but it is a very public problem. Human trafficking is the second largest and most profitable crime in the world, and according to the Human Trafficking Hotline, since 2007, just under 1,500 victims have been identified in the state of Arkansas, meaning it is an ever-growing problem right here in the state we live and love. So today we have Attorney General Tim Griffin here with us in order to discuss and encourage everyone to take part in his upcoming Human Trafficking Summit, which will enlighten and educate participants about this horrific crime. Sir, thank you. Pleasure to meet you.
Thanks
and I really appreciate you coming in.
Appreciate you. I know you have a lot of fun on this show, but I appreciate you taking a few moments for this really important topic.
All right, so forgive me first, my naivete on this subject. I really don't know what it's about. So can you kind of set the table for me as to what it is?
Sure. Human trafficking, as the name implies, is literally the trafficking of humans, usually often young females, young girls, young women, and a lot of times it is through kidnapping, in the sense that young ladies are literally grabbed and taken. Other times it's done in a less direct way through coercion and prostitution. But there are a number of crimes associated with this. So young people are used to make money for for the criminals, the cartels, the people that traffic them. There are sex crimes associated with it. A lot of illicit drugs are associated with it. And when you hear human trafficking, you may think our border, the southern part of the United States. You may think big cities, but it's everywhere.
Who's most vulnerable?
It's in Arkansas.
Like, well, how does this just happen? I mean, you know, you've got girls that are walking to school. Do they get just snatched? I mean,
yeah, so
how do we prepare for this?
Yeah, so first of all, this is conducted by criminal enterprise, usually on a big scale or small scale. And it really varies. I mean, you could have situations where it's not done in such a brazen way as snatching someone out in the open. It could be where someone grooms a young person or finds a young person or even an older person who's vulnerable financially, emotionally, and begins to manipulate that person and then starts to utilize that person as a revenue stream, whether for sexual activity or what have you.
Lord have mercy! It's like employing them to do illicit things, and
really,
they profit off of it.
It's sort of a combination of prostitution and kidnapping, and but there are the brazen examples, like you suggest, where young people, and we don't see this every day here, but young people are out and are snatched, literally put into vans and taken away against their will. That does happen. So look, this is a problem everywhere, not just in certain parts of the United States. And what makes it everybody's problem geographically and logistically is that these people, these criminals, are moving these victims around the country. And what do they use? They use our interstates. They use our roads. And so we have some major arteries in Arkansas, particularly I-40 that traverses the state east to west. And of course we have 30 coming up from the border and coming up from Texas. And we see that that is often used right here in the middle of the state. And so who's gonna be exposed to this? What businesses might see this sort of thing and need to know what to recognize? Truck stops, hotels, that sort of thing that are on these major arteries, because unless you know, even law enforcement, unless you're trained and know exactly what to look for, you may miss the signs. And so I want to jump to this. So we're having a 2-day human trafficking summit, and it is going to be here in Little Rock at the State House Convention Center. It's free to the public. We want everybody who's interested in helping on this issue, either as a layman who just want to get a good education on it, or if you're law enforcement, if you own a hotel, if you own a restaurant, if you own a truck stop, whatever. We're law enforcement. We're inviting nonprofits, because there are a number of nonprofits who work in this space to help victims. The Marshal Service will be a part of this, the U.S. Attorney's Office. So we have federal law enforcement, state law enforcement, private sector partners. We're also going to have some legislators that I worked with in the last session to strengthen our laws in this area. And so the first thing, just like anything, the first thing you do is increase awareness.
Right.
We've got to educate people on what the problem is, what to look for, and how we can all help.
Okay, and so this is free and open to the public.
Free, open to the
Perfect.
public. I think we're even going to have some food. I'm real big on getting people food. We love food. And so it's 2 full days. People can come for a little or a lot, but there'll be lots of networking opportunities to learn more about it.
Lots of food for thought, for sure. Well, Mr. Attorney General, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for organizing this event. A lot to learn, obviously. It is certainly a cloistered subject, but we want to bring some efforts to it.
And you're invited. We want you to be there too. Maybe you can bring some cameras.
Yeah.
So thank you for shining a light on this.
My pleasure. Again, this summit is free and open to the public October 16th and 17th. You can register for the event by visiting arkansasag.gov. Now we're going to take a short break, and when we return, Chisley's Scrub Boutique will show us how merging functional and fashionable together. Stick around, you're watching Arkansas Style.